This King Cambu, 100 proof, bringing you nothing but the truth. King Cambu, 100 proof, the truth. Nearly 60 years after his assassination, Malcolm X remains one of the most influential public figures. As the world pauses to celebrate Malcolm X's 97th birthday on Thursday, which is written May 19th, 2022, it can't be ignored how much the civil rights icon quotes and speeches have been widely shared, with the new generation feeling the impact of his words on a daily basis. Struck down in his prime, Malcolm X was just getting started with the next level of his organizing. Malcolm worked inspired efforts to build pro-black movements, to uplift black communities, and disrupt white supremacy. A few groups have tried to control Malcolm's efforts to bring human rights charges against the United States to the United Nations. Whether you know his works from reading his autobiography of Malcolm X, or you have seen quotes over the years, Malcolm's lessons and approach to the black struggle offer insight into dealing with present-day adversities. This subject of several documentaries and featured in multiple films, he has been a common figure across pop culture. Many actors have stepped into roles of the brother Malcolm, but there is nothing better than listening to the original himself. His voice has a simple power, whether in speech or lectures or debates. Malcolm's direct challenge to the status quo of white supremacy in place of Oxford Union and Harvard. Today, the black people in this country have become frustrated, disenfranchised, disillusioned, and probably more set for action now than ever before. Not the kind of action that has been set out for them in the past by some of their supposed liberal white friends, but the kind of action that will get some kind of immediate results. Malcolm said to a crowd at Harvard in 1964. He founded the Organization of the Afro-American Unity in mid-1964, establishing the OAAU, represented his shift to the work outside of the confines of the Nation of Islam. Months before his murder, Malcolm reached out to leaders of the African nations, asking for their assistance. People are fucking with me, dude. Now, see, I pay for YouTube, and it's supposed to play while I'm in another screen, regardless. They know what I'm doing, so they purposely trying to control shit here. It's how in touch they are with you. Malcolm highlighted the interconnectedness between the newly independent blacks, nations, and black people's struggle for equality, for equity in America. in his appeal to African leaders. While he was not the first black person to propose going before the United Nations, his efforts left an impression of organizers in generations to come. Here are 11 quotes, phrases that still are relevant today. Malcolm on peace and freedom. You can't separate peace from freedom because no one can be at peace unless he has his freedom. Speech in New York, 7th January 1965. Malcolm X speaks. Malcolm X on patriotism. You're not to be so blind with patriotism that you can't face reality. Wrong is wrong, no matter who does it or says it. Malcolm X, by any means necessary. Malcolm on love, understanding, and unity. We need more light about each other. Light creates understanding. Understanding creates love. Love creates patience. And patience creates unity. Malcolm X on truth and justice. I'm for truth, no matter who tells it. I'm for justice, no matter who it's for or against. I am human being first and foremost, and as such, I'm for whoever and whatever benefits the humanity as a whole by any means necessary. Malcolm's legacy. We want freedom by any means necessary. We want justice by any means necessary. We want equality by any means necessary. Speech at the founding rally for OAAU. Malcolm X on capitalism. Malcolm X speaks for me. You show me capitalists, and I'll show you a bloodsucker. Malcolm X on the media. If you're not careful, the newspapers will have you hating the people who are being oppressed and loving the people who are doing the oppressing. Malcolm on reading. Read absolutely everything you get your hands on because you'll never know where you'll get an idea from. Malcolm X. Selected speeches and statements. Malcolm on human rights. It's not a Negro problem, nor an American problem. This is a world problem, a problem for humanity. It's not a problem of civil rights. It's a problem of human rights. Malcolm X on being influenced by the media. When you let yourself be influenced by images created by others, you'll find that oftentimes the ones creating the images can use them to mislead and misuse you. Harvard Law School Forum, December 16, 1964. Malcolm on struggling against biased depictions. Victims of racism are created in the image of racists. When the victims struggle vigorously to protect themselves from violence in others, they are made to appear in the image of criminals, as the criminal image is projected onto the victim. Harvard Law School Forum, December 16th, 1964. Yeah, they hate them.